Call of Duty Modern Warfare, 1 month post-launch. Let's talk about it, folks. Now that I've had about 4 weeks to really dive into the game and get the chance to see all the little nuances and details about the game, I feel like I'm qualified to tell you guys where I think the game is headed and what needs to be done to improve it, as well as all of the game's shortcomings at the moment. This is going to be a type of video where I'm kind of just rambling about certain topics in Modern Warfare that I feel like could be addressed. There's not going to be any script that I'm reading off of or anything like that. It's kind of just off the dome, and we're going to see where it goes. But number one of the things that I think that Modern Warfare can really improve on right now, and I think it's what most people are begging for at this point, is the maps. The maps have to change. Like, we got maps like Piccadilly and Arklov Peak and St. Petrograd, which admittedly I kind of like, but a lot of it is just like apartment warfare, basically camping with shotguns and claymores and explosives, and that's fun for a little bit, but it gets very, very frustrating and it gets very old really fast. This Call of Duty suffers from having only a few good maps, and there's really not a big map pool in your classic playlist like Team Deathmatch and Domination, Hardpoint, stuff like that. This game needs new maps. You can't release a game with half, if not more, of the map pool being pretty much garbage and expect players to stick around for more than a couple of months. I wouldn't be surprised if we've lost, 15 to 20% of our player base just based off on the maps alone in the last month. So, in my opinion, the best maps in the game are probably Hackney Yard, Gunrunner. Gunrunner is a solid map. Classic 3-lane style Call of Duty map, and Shoot House. And Shoot House is just a small, chaotic, classic COD style map. 3 lanes, very, very run and gunny, and it's fun. It's fun. But how long can we play those 3 maps? I mean, Piccadilly is trash, dude. Piccadilly is the worst map that Call of Duty's ever put in a Call of Duty, hands down. I won't argue with anybody about it. It's not even subjective. That's an objective fact. Piccadilly is so horrible, and I back out of every lobby that I get that map now. So Azir Cave, it can be decent, but I feel like that map is hit or miss whether I actually have a good time on it or not. So in my opinion, that's going in the trash bin for me. Again, like I said earlier in the video, St. Petrograd, it's cool for like 2 or 3 games, but then I don't want to see it for the rest of the night, so I'm kind of over that one as well. So when we really start looking at the main maps that are good in the classic core playlist, such as Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint, Headquarters, Dom, you really got Hackney Yard, Gunrunner, and Shoot House. You got 3 maps that are overall solid, probably 7 to 10 out of a scale maps, and nothing else. So where do we go from here? Modern Warfare needs to break the frickin' in case of emergency glass right now within the next 2 to 3 weeks and release a couple more maps. And we know the maps are in the game files. We've seen the leaks. There's 38 more maps coming down the pipeline. We're a month into the game and your community's crying out for help. Where are the maps, Infinity Ward? You gotta drop the maps. We need some old school, like, I don't care anymore. I'll take, like, Crash, Vacant. I'll take older Modern Warfare maps right now. I don't need new maps. I just need things that work. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can keep feeding me the same thing and just revamping it. It's better than the trash maps that are in your game right now. So overall, maps. Maps is probably a #1 priority in most people's minds. Another one of the major issues in the game is footsteps are still pretty damn loud. The community as a whole wants them severely lowered to the point where they're like older Call of Duties. I still firmly believe that dead silence should be a perk like every other Call of Duty literally in the history of Call of Duty has had. I don't understand why they decided to change the formula now. Again, that's not something that ever needed to be looked at or ever needed to be addressed. Dead silence, just point blank period, should be in the game as a standard perk. This field operation bullshit, I've had enough of it. It needs to be a perk. And if not, you need to reduce the footstep volume significantly to the point where you can barely hear it unless you're active sprinting, because it's just fucking ridiculous. And excuse my language, but I can't move around the map. nobody can move around the map unless you have dead silence active, because people hear you coming 30 yards out and they're already pre-aiming the exact angle you're going to come around. So it just promotes this campy play style. And don't get me wrong, I love this game and I have a ton of fun on it, but there are some days where I'm just like, why am I playing this, dude? I'm going to give myself a stroke if I keep playing this today. Between the double claymores with shrapnel and the people hearing me coming from a mile away, so I can't get the jump on literally anyone unless I hold an angle or I flank with dead silence. Those are my two only options. So the minimap is another thing. The minimap still doesn't show anybody on the minimap, whether you have a silenced gun or not, unless there's a UAV active. What is the point? What's the point of silencers then? I don't understand. Like, it makes suppressors useless, because I can just run around the map and shoot willy-nilly with an unsuppressed gun, and I'm not going to show up on the minimap like I have in every single other Call of Duty. I just don't understand where the design decisions went in with this Call of Duty. I really don't get it. I'm at a loss for words at this point with a lot of their choices. A couple other points to touch on here. We're about a month after launch and we still don't have any confirmed or hard evidence of a date for their battle pass or their store features, which a lot of people are fine with because of the microtransaction thing. I get it, but I'm interested in it. I'd like to see that come out soon. It's been a month. Where is it? And finally, I just don't know what do we have to work for right now, Infinity Ward. Currently, it's a month post-launch, like I've said a dozen times in this video, but it's a month post-launch. There's no prestiges in this game. For whatever reason, you decided to break that basic formula of COD and get rid of the prestiging system. For, again, I don't know. God knows what reason that's gone. But there's no prestiges to work towards. So I'm level 155. I play this game a lot. I have borderline 4 days of playtime in the game. And I have nothing to work for besides gun camos. That's really it. Gun camos and some challenges, I guess, but like, I feel like I'm just playing just for the sake of unlocking camos at this point. The prestige system at least gave me something to work towards, something to show off, something to flaunt. I just feel kind of like not dead in the water, but it's like, well, what do I do now at this point? Like, after you hit max level, there's really nothing else to do. I know I should be playing the game, yada yada yada, just enjoy playing the game, but like every other Call of Duty, you always have something to work towards, and I feel like in this COD, it's just, there's really not that much going on, so I'm kind of finding myself getting a little bit bored. But seriously, guys, I don't want this video to turn into like a bashing Modern Warfare video, because overall, I really enjoyed the game. If I didn't, I wouldn't have only played this game for the last month non-stop, day in, day out, and grinding content on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all based around just this game. I really do love the game, and I do love that they're showing that they're trying to improve things, like nerfing the 7.25 shotgun and nerfing the M4 so it wasn't the only assault rifle being used. So they are listening to the community in some aspects, but then there's just other aspects that they're completely ignoring everything everyone's saying. So I really hope Infinity Ward gets their shit together and listens to the core community and the core fans like us, the ones that are going to be there playing their game 6 months from now and won't have moved on to something else, because that's going to determine whether this game flops or continues to thrive. Because right now I feel like it's on the downtrend. There's a lot of people that I know that have already stopped playing because they're just bored. They're sick of the maps. The maps is the biggest complaint I get from friends that have stopped playing, and there's just nothing to do. The players that have hit 155 are expressing their opinions to me that, like I share, they just have nothing to work towards anymore without the prestige system or any type of like consistent unlock system in the game besides camos. So that's where we're at right now. Quick recap though, I think the best thing that Infinity Ward can do for Modern Warfare right now is just release new maps. The footstep thing, keep addressing that, and I really hope they keep working on it for the future, but they just need to release new quality maps or bring us back some fan favorites. Give us Terminal soon, like before Christmas. We need to get at least like 2 to 3 maps before Christmas, 100%, or the game's going to continue to die off. We need Terminal, we need maps like Crash, we need maps like Vacant, Wetworks, Shipment. Like, just give us new stuff, Infinity Ward. You have a solid game, a very solid game that you've built. The gunplay is awesome. The audio is fucking phenomenal. It's one of my favorite CODs in terms of like how the guns feel to shoot. I love how this Call of Duty looks and feels. It just needs to be tweaked, and it needs to happen soon before it's too late for so many people in the community. So please, Infinity Ward, if you're listening to my very small channel's video here, hear me out. Your community needs you to listen to us and stop catering to casuals. Stop trying to make everybody who will not be playing the game 6 months from now happy, and just listen. Just do what you know is right, and this game will thrive, I promise you. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. I just wanted to get this quick little state of the game update, give him my opinion on kind of where Modern Warfare is at right now, about a month post-launch. I've been playing this shit ton of the game. I love it, but that's how I feel about it right now. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that sub button, give me a like on the video, drop a comment letting me know how you feel about the current state of Modern Warfare. Make sure you follow me over on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitch, all of the above. All the links for my socials will be down in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.